Hi guys, Storm here. How are you all doing today? I'm back with another video, and I am going to show you a great new hack that I've found. It's pretty interesting. What is up, Dominic? Just wanting to let you know, I don't know if it was you or somebody else. You said you wanted to do edit my comments, unless you're the one that was talking about editing my thumbnails. Please let me know which one it was. I had a question about that. Anyway, I wanted to let you know how there's an easy way to get free simultaneous operators all at the same time. Now, a lot of people have been have noticed and figured that you can only get certain operators and like certain skins. You have to unlock them first in the battle pass, which you have to purchase, and then B, you have to unlock those challenges for that specific thing. So yeah, wanted to let you know about that, and I'm about to get into it. So just to let you know, everything you guys do helps me out a bunch. So if I do have a Patreon, everything you guys happen to offer, even the smallest amount, it goes back. All that goes back into the content and quality of this video. So it'd mean a lot to me if you could, whatever you can, like $1 a month, nothing big, too big, just to help me get a better mic and maybe better equipment to again invest back into the videos. So like this, share with your friends, smash that subscribe button, and click the bell for notifications to keep you updated before anybody else and keep you as the alpha gamer. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the way you can do simultaneous operators at the same time is normally, well, let me explain first. Normally, you have to go to the operator, equip it, and do whatever challenge it does, and you cannot just start the challenges until you have that operator equipped. But within this latest update, unless maybe it's in the previous season, I don't believe so. But again, I make sure to check YouTube, Twitch, and all that, and see if anyone's either A, made a video that could be improved, which is why I make it a better video based on them. I take that, I critique it, I make it better than theirs, and so higher quality content for my streamers, for my YouTubers, all that. And if they don't make it, if nobody has any content and a bunch of people are trying to figure it out, I'm like, well, hey, that's why I made me a YouTuber. That's why I made my account on YouTube, because there's a lot of YouTubers that skip a lot of important stuff that people are constantly searching for and they cannot find. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll explain to you something. Within this new update, it seems that the operators are able to do more than one, and you don't have to equip them. So here's what I mean. Normally it's just one, and well, you're thinking, well, okay, so I can equip this guy, and then I can do one or maybe two extra. No, you can choose whichever one you want, and I would imagine the best option would be the best camo. So if you're hiding constantly in bushes, it would be the ghillie suit. Hide in the darkness, rose skin, or better yet, that even darker skin. That's like the dark pilot looking guy. It's way darker, black, and yeah, so that's what I would recommend. But anyway, let's get explaining more in depth. So let's say I picked a rose skin, but I wanted to get this challenge done where it says get 5 long shot headshots using a sniper rifle. I can do that while using a skin I've already completed, which is rose skin, right? So it's kind of interesting. So now I'm like, okay, well, can I just do one? No, as long as you meet the requirements, you can do every operator that challenge available as long as you're able to do it. So if you are trying to do 3 that offers 3 different weapons, obviously there isn't anything higher than overkill. But if it's like equipment, if it's tactical, if it's like primary, secondary, if it's using 2 different weapons, LMG, sniper, all that, you can do it. And with each of these guys, which I think I have a total of 5 actually, but you can do all these within one class. So this just has a higher KD, easy enough. This one's get long shot headshots, easy enough. Well, probably for many of those, I'd imagine it's harder unless you're a pro sniper. This one is just playing battle royale, which you can do with the same class. This one again, it's you could do end zone sticky or some kind of explosive. You can't do it with the throwing knife, obviously, because it has to be. It can't bounce from one person to another. So some kind of explosive, I highly recommend putting a C4 in a vehicle and just having it explode. Now it might say, well, the vehicle exploded, or the vehicle chain reaction explosion, or because they fell to their death, it didn't count. I'm willing to bet that the game will count this because the conduit of the explosion, right, the source, is the C4. So I'm willing to bet that if there's like 2 or more people in a helicopter and you hide it somewhere and they go lift off and they're all there and they get themselves down and they fall to their death, this will count for that. So that's the easiest thing you can do, especially for helicopters. So that's the easy thing. Still with the same class, just equip C4, and then lastly you just LMG. But wait, you said sniper, you're doing snipers, how can you do both? Glad you asked. There's something called overkill, so I have a sniper and an LMG. Amazing, and on that way you can do all 5 challenges at the same time, as long as you're making sure not to forget what you have to do. That's a lot of multitasking or memorization, but as long as you're able to do it, it's not that hard. So that, guys, I wanted to keep the video short. That's how you can do all these challenges while using your favorite skin. I wanted to ask you guys personally, what do you guys think is better, with the world's best ghillie suit that combines in a bush really well, like you can identify it, or like the newer darker man skin that is better than Rose now, and was actually better than Rose even prior to the nerf. What is better outside their elements, if you have the darker pilot in the bush or if you have the best ghillie suit in the darkness? Which is better? My personal opinion is the darkness works better in a bush, because if the bush is big enough, it covers you more, right? But one may say, well, if the shadow is big enough, same thing. And you know what, if you say that, please, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you guys think differently, please provide your thoughts in the comment section below and explain why in detail. If you want to get mathematical about it and say, well, actually, I think this is actually better factually, and here's why. I'm more than willing to be proven wrong. And in fact, I think it's greater. Knowing the facts or the more efficient is always greater to me. I've always been, if there's something that I'm mistaken about or there's something better, change my mind. I believe darkness is the alpha. Change my mind. Go ahead. And what I'm thinking is, like, because I saw this guy using a really good ghillie suit in Boneyard of all places, and he's against this white broken piece of ship, right? I'm like, well, this plane, and I'm like, well, the contrast must make him bright as day, because white against a green bush that's just out of place. But no, there was also a bush there, plus this high grass, and it worked so perfectly. I barely noticed him. I literally had to look directly at him for his name tag to pop up, and I'm like, wait a sec. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, it's like I almost didn't notice him there. So that ghillie suit, especially the one with the horned and really, really grassy looking one, I think that's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. If you can't afford it and you're just going cheapo, your best bet for ghillie suits is either, or anything that's grassy. I mean, Auditor is a good choice. It's a really good choice, nice and green. You can still see his face, and I don't know why the game loves to make a lot of sheen, makes your face shine even if you're wearing a dark camo. I don't know. I mean, this, if I'm gonna have this, I'd rather just have, a Golem, and I think it's just better than the other one. Just, it's a better ghillie suit. It seems to be darker, except the sides of his face kind of shine just a little bit more. So, I mean, everything with its pros and cons. Other than that, if you don't want the face, because when the face is covered and everything else, you're not showing any white or anything, it's the best possible situation, which is why I'm at odds between Kruger and this other dude. Hello. Golem. Kruger and Golem. It's like, well, Kruger, you don't see his face. Golem's got a better ghillie suit. So, I mean, it's a trade-off, right? This, if he's laying right in a bush, you're not going to see it. But at the same time, if you're sniping, and you see a big ass shiny face that glints from the side of his face, you know, that's kind of his getaway because you're laying flat. So if you're right in front of him, you're gonna see it if you're like sniping or if you're looking that general direction. Where I mean, you're gonna miss all the sides. Like his weak point is his face, but everything else is like super positive. Versus Kruger, his strong point is his face, and everything else is green. And it's great for a bush. However, it's not really grassy enough, so you'd have to be like crouching in a really big bush or a smaller bush, or going prone in a huge ass bush so your feet aren't sticking out. Guess this guy has grass all the way to his feet, right? You know, but Kruger doesn't. So that's the trade-off. If they had like a an actual ghillie suit for Kruger, or you know something similar to the wooden mask. Or if you know what the best one would be, not even the mask, would be some kind of I don't know, like slits, black slits for eye holes, and then you literally just have the ghillie suit that has the mask instead of the mask. I mean, yes, it's wooden. It has that brown to contrast with the green, which is like very woodlandy, which is perfect. But if you want to go just extra step of green where the mask isn't showing, because you know if you see it, then you're gonna spot it, versus just be like complete ass bush. You're gonna see slits. What is slits gonna mean? You know, it's not. There's no smile. It's just slits for eyes. You know, or even if you just have the mesh for Kruger, I think that would be the best ghillie suit ever. But it might be overpowered and it might get nerfed. But hey, you know what? If what Activision likes to do all the time is bring out overpowered guns and screw with the gamers anyway. So I mean, hey, that's an idea. Bring out a super overpowered black skin that's even better than the black on black dark guy pilot. And a super mega meta ghillie suit that's even better than the one with the woodland mask, Oni demon mask with the horns. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.